Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is no need to fear. Your friendly neighborhood light skin is here, man. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to Gen Z is aging like milk. Alright. Now, I saw the intro of this video. Looks like it's going to be a good one. So with that being said, man, enough talking, enough yapping, man. Let's go ahead and get right into this darn video.
Aging like milk, bro. This content creator, she's 25. Her entire comment section is just people saying that her skin looks horrible and she look
old as bro, she look about 54, 87, bro.
old. I'm scrolling through her page as I'm sitting down here, and then like my eyes shift focus to my reflection, which is actually what I'm looking at right now, my reflection in my phone case, and I see how I look right now, and I'm like, yeah. She thinks she looks bad. Oh my gosh, I'm 23, and I look like I could be this lady's father.
I mean, she looked worse, if we being honest. She definitely looked worse, but you not doing that too much great, you know what I'm saying? What about me, chat? How would y'all think I am? You know what I'm saying? Let me know, chat. How would y'all think I am?
Yikes. I'm not gonna lie, and I want to be as respectful as possible, but this guy right here definitely looks 10 to 15 years older than what he actually looks like. 23 is what he says he is. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on with his voice. I'm just gonna assume that's like a TikTok, Instagram voice filter or whatever, but Jesus, good God, what is going on? This man looks like he could definitely be 35, pushing 40 maybe. And I can honestly say, when I was 23, I looked nowhere near like this. And considering the fact in the image that we see right here on the screen, that all these people are literally Gen Zers, they're all in their early to mid 20s. It's just scary, actually.
No, bro, no. She could, out of all of them, she looks the most. Nah, even this, she look kind of old herself too. She look about 28 to like 31.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on, if there's something in the air, in the water, in the food, or all three of the above, but this is getting bad.
Do you want to hear their ages just for fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so Samantha is 26.
Oh.
And Nicole is 24.
Oh my god.
Harriet is 24.
Oh my god.
And then Jess is 25.
Wow.
Honestly, the fact that a professional surgeon is that in shock at what he just saw speaks volumes.
The fact that he tripping out lets you know it's like, oh man, what's going on, bro?
What's going on? Also, new addition. What's up with these guys? These little hooks on the end of my ears, these little elf ears. People always used to say that I had elf ears in elementary school. Not because of these. These are new. It's like they're coming to fruition because of things spoken about me in past times. What's going on here? Anyway. Wow, I'm 23 and I look like I have gray hair. Just in this light, but...
I actually use Grammarly all the time to help me write emails to my team. They have pro features too, like sidebars.
I am aging like milk, bro. This content creator.
My fault, bro. My fault, chat.
25.
Wow.
Let's get back to
Things spoken about me in past times. What's going on here? Anyway. Wow, I'm 23 and I look like I have gray hair. Just in this light, but...
Yeah, so some advice for this guy, definitely grow out your hair. The short hair is definitely contributing to the fact that you're already blonde and the sun is piercing your scalp, which is making it look so transparent and making you look like you're balder than you actually are. Also, possibly maybe gain some weight, get a nice skincare routine to, help with the fine lines and wrinkles. Guys, also wear sunscreen. I know there's this new trend, this new fad where people want to sun gaze and they want to be in the sun for hours a day with a UV index of 9+, but just realize that is aging you rapidly, that is destroying your skin cells, that is potentially contributing to potential skin cancer. Like, yeah, sure, cool, the sun is good for you, depending on the pigmentation of your skin, an hour or two per day over the course of the day of sunlight is perfectly fine, but just staying for hours on end in the sun will definitely do more harm than good. Somebody in the comment section though said, I feel so bad. I first thought, and I quote, no, you look great, not old at all, until you said you were 23.
Kill him now. Go ahead, just bury him now, bro. That's unfortunately. And they said, other comments said because you're bald and boom, bro.
I don't even want to say what I thought. Yikes.
Well, do you not realize how old y'all motherfuckers over like 30 look?
So I'm almost 40. I'm almost 40 years old.
It was crazy. To me, he looked younger than the other dude. He don't even look 40. We being real. You know what I'm saying?
But who cares how old we look? Like, why are we arguing about this? Like, why can't we all just get along, have a good time? Because there are way worse things that we could all be pissed off about.
Agreed, but blame it on Gen Zers or the younger part of Gen Z, because they will literally, as soon as you turn 21, 22, 23, call you unk. Literally, there's this new trend with the younger part of Gen Z calling people in their 20s unk. And not because, you know, they may have a sibling or a sister or brother who had a child, right? That type of uncle, right? Technically speaking, you're an uncle if one of your siblings have a baby. You could be an uncle at 12 or 13 years old. I was an uncle at 10. But no, they're actually using this term unk, which is shortened for uncle, as a slur to basically call you old. And honestly, this already tells me that when Gen Z all reach their 30s and 40s, there's going to be a hell of a lot of midlife crises out here, because apparently these people are afraid of aging.
I feel like I'm the only Gen Z who knows like how bizarre y'all are when it comes to age. Like, y'all are really weird about it. Like you really got 23-year-olds acting like a 28-year-old is old. And they'd be like, oh my God, you look so young. They're 28. Am I missing something? Like, what's wrong with my generation? Like, it's genuinely scaring me.
Low key, bro, 28, bro. You kind of old, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm 22 now. I turned 23 in 2 months. No, technically I turned 23 in a month. But still, 28, bro. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's kind of old.
Like, even 18-year-olds to 20-year-olds, you guys act like they're fucking old. What is going on?
I think there's a lot of immaturity and arrested development going on for Gen Z, because like we're the generation where, especially if you were born after 2005, where you literally grew up with technology. You're iPad kids, right? You grew up with a
Gen Z? That's after 2005? I thought that was something else.
fucking social media device at the tip of your fingers, and you grew up in a very superficial, shallow world where everything's like fast fashion, materialistic, focused on your looks. And you grew up in a society where nobody prepared you to grow up or become an adult. In fact, we live in a society where people want to infantilize grown adults, 18, 19, 20, 21, calling them kids and children. Like, excuse me, by the time you're 16, you should be well on your way to be preparing for college or getting your first job, being on the road, driving, preparing yourself as a young man or young lady for adulthood. That is the age when let's be honest here. If you murder someone, you're going to jail, adult jail, prison.
You're done. You're gone. You packed them up. Go ahead. Just end your life. Just go ahead. Respawn as a new character. But life's over, bro. Just... You kill somebody, bro. Just go ahead and quit the game. Just go ahead and reboot. Come back a new character, bro.
You're cooked. Also, believe it or not, whether you think it's good or bad, that would typically be the age range for a lot of World War II vets who were sent off to fight for this country. The founding fathers were like in their early 20s.
You know how tough that's gotta be, bro? Imagine you at home chilling one day, all of a sudden you get a knock on your door. Yo, Tommy, yeah, you got drafted to the war, son. We need you to come with us, bro. You know how ass that would be, bro. I'm so glad I was born. I was born now, or when I was born, not back then.
20, 21, 22, 23, the people who founded this country. But the fact that now we live in a day and age where everybody's being infantilized and treated like genuine kids is probably contributing to the reason for why Gen Z is so weird about age and don't want to grow up and are afraid of getting older.
What is going on? Like, why are you calling people in their 20s unks? Am I going crazy? Y'all are weird. Y'all are very, very weird when it comes to age. Like, honestly, like, do you, like, is it like the mid-ages? Like, is it medieval times? Are you guys really gonna die in your 30s? Y'all realize we live up to 100, right?
I'll say this. People think everything is old until they actually get to that age and realize, holy shit, I'm actually still trying to figure my life out. You know, a lot of people are in their mid-30s and still don't know what the hell they're doing with their own lives. I will say, though, although this may not...
Being 30 and you're still lost, bro? Like, I know a lot of us feel lost now, bro, but like, I couldn't imagine being 30 and still still not knowing what the fuck is going on, bro. That's gotta be trash. But the thing is, bro, low key, I talk to my mom about this all the time, bro. I be feeling like low key from like 16 to now, kind of just went by. Now I did a lot in those ages, but if had you have asked me at 18, where did I think I was gonna be at now? I mean, I thought I was gonna be on the move by now, but clearly that didn't happen. So here we are, bro.
Technically be a word. This type of cringe ass ageism needs to stop. Let's be honest. All right, calling somebody in their mid-20s, especially in Gen Z, somebody in their 20s unk because you think they're old, it's just like actually retarded. Back in the day, unk was reserved for people who were 40 years old and above. Let's be honest here. People 40s, 50s, that's who we called unk, OG. So if you're out here unironically, aside from the memes, calling someone unk or OG and that person is in their 20s, then you need to seek help. And honestly, again, maybe part of the reason for why Gen Z is calling other Gen Zers unk is because a lot of Gen Zers are just aging horribly.
Something explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40-year-olds look like they're in their 20s.
I don't even want to make this like a race thing, but notice how they haven't shown no black people. I mean, spade to spade, you know. When I grown up, my mom always told me, people always said the same about black people. Black don't crack. Hey.
But the 20-year-olds look like they're in their 40s. Is everyone going to be okay?
If you are of a generation that is watching the UV index like it's the stock market, y'all are going to get burned. When you pair that with the misinformation that sunscreen causes cancer, it take a genius to figure out that you're going to age faster. UV exposure is undeniably one of the highest risks for premature aging. If you need further proof, look at this twin study. This twin, tanning. This twin, sun protection. Next theory is the vaping epidemic. Millennials are the generation between cigarettes and vaping. We didn't put any of that into our body because smoking is absolutely going to age you like milk. It breaks down collagen, it breaks down elastin, gives you smoker's lines, makes you look 10 times older. And would you believe me if I told you these people were in their 20s? More and more people are starting to get Botox and filler at a younger age. And not only can that make us look weird, but it can also age us significantly. Whether or not millennials look younger and Gen Z looks older, I don't really know. The key message here is wear your freaking SPF. Don't touch vaping or smoking. I don't really know. The key message here is wear your freaking SPF. People are starting to get Botox and filler at a younger age. And not only can that make us look weird, but it can also age us significantly. Whether or not millennials
Was that a filter?
look younger and Gen Z looks older, I don't really know. The key message here is wear your freaking SPF. Don't touch vaping or smoking with a 10-foot pole. Go easy on the Botox and filler.
So ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the dermatologist herself, or I think she's a cosmetic whatever, someone who does like chemical peels and whatnot. You heard it from her. All right. Not wearing your SPF, vaping, which I heard recently that vaping can be more dangerous than smoking, not because of the particular ingredients, but because it's more easily accessible and you do it more because, you know, the smell, it vaporizes, it quickly dissipates, and apparently the usage is so intense within younger populations with the amount of vape that people vape that it's becoming as worse, or if not more worse than actual cigarettes, which is kind of crazy to think about. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a strange psychological phenomena. I think it's multifaceted. I think with the rapid infantilization that Gen Z had to go through, the arrested development, the shitty diets, the shitty foods, the shitty water supply, all the toxins and chemicals we put in our bodies, the lack of movement, the social media addiction, the sleep deprivation, again, the food supply being tainted with apparently over 8 to 10,000 chemicals in our food supply, whereas Europe has like less than 2,000. Yeah. And then on top of that, certain health gurus on YouTube telling people like to go outside without any sun protection because that's the masculine and manly thing to do. Listen, I fell for that trap a couple years ago, and boy, I tell you, by the end of the summer, the back of my neck was literally like peeling, like from sun damage. It was actually cracked. Legitimately, the skin on the back of my neck was cracked and peeling from the amount of sun damage it had. It was terrible. I never experienced anything like that a day in my life. And also, I'm not sure about the exercise levels of Gen Z. I think Gen Z overall, in comparison to previous generations, are definitely less physically fit and less physically active, and less exercise contributes largely.
Well, is it because we're less active? first, or we must act?
To the overall aging of your body. That in combination with a whole bunch of, you know, cosmetic surgeries that some people in Gen Z get that do more harm than good. I mean, it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. So genuinely speaking, as a Gen Zer who grew up with inadequacies in my diet, social media addiction for a while, lack of physical movement, of which I've definitely completely turned around, as you can see here on my Instagram stories. Follow me on IG, by the way. I can tell you, as a person who's been on both sides of these lifestyle changes, I'm like 1,000% more happy where I am right now than where I was a couple years ago. So honestly, if you're Gen Z or Gen Alpha, Millennial, Boomer, Gen X, or whatever the hell, like just get out there, exercise, eat healthy, you know, get vitamin D. The sun is cool, but don't do too much, you know. Get your omega-3 fatty acids, your vitamin D capsules. Eat protein. Meat is actually good for you. Liver, pretty good for you. If you can, try to get between 5,000 and 10,000 steps per day. Try to, you know, get as much sleep as possible, between 7 and 8 hours. Drink water. I know a lot of people do not like water, but it's good for you. If you can, try to limit your amount of microplastics. Microplastics are horrible for the human body, obviously, and we've done a lot of plastic pollution, which is like now catching up to us. Literally has decreased fertility in both men and women, and I believe has contributed to cancer. But yeah, overall, eat clean food, drink water, breathe air, sleep properly, lift weights, and you won't have to look like you're pushing 40 years old while you're literally still in your 20s. Anyway, though, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you have any other videos or topics.
With that being said, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, man. Y'all boys like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch y'all boys on the next one. Let's get it, let's go.